November 11th and the NHL is gifting us an 11-game slate, and we have two dudes here to help choose between the top fantasy options available on DraftKings. DK contributor Geoff Ulrich and NHL.com and Fantasy on Ice podcast host Rob Reese. Good to have you back, dudes. Starting in the middle of the ice, who was your favorite center in DFS tonight, Rob?
I like Nico Hischier of the New Jersey Devils. He's actually a nice little bounce-back candidate right now with 5 points and 13 shots on goal in his past 5 games. He's obviously elevated to that top line with Jack Hughes still nursing an injury. So go with Nico Hischier as your center choice this evening.
Who are you going with your center choice this evening, Geoff?
Yeah, I'll go a little bit balanced here too. Pierre-Luc Dubois, the Winnipeg Jets, obviously getting top-line minutes now. The Jets have a much more balanced attack. They're getting healthier up front, but Dubois, basically setting a career high for goal rate right now, bouncing back with a point per game session, and his shot rate is up. Everything is looking good. Have a pretty good matchup here against the San Jose Sharks, who really still, they've started the year nicely, but they still have one of the weaker goaltending duos in the league. It's a good spot for him. I mean, all the Jets guys look underpriced tonight.
On the wings and things department, though, Geoff, who was your top play? Couple dudes north of $9,000. You want one of them?
No, I mean, look, I do want to go elite, but I'm going to go down to Mikko Rantanen here at 8,100. I mean, I think a couple things here are just too good. I mean, obviously, Nate McKinnon out, but that's fine. I mean, I think Rantanen just probably picks up his shot production a little bit. And you look at things like Corsi 4 rating and a couple other advanced stats. I mean, Rantanen rates out better than most of the players on the slate, or at the very least right up there with Alex Ovechkin. You've got a really positive matchup here, too, with Vancouver. Don't defend against the wing position well. Don't really defend against anything well. So I think Mikko Rantanen here, again, Colorado at home. This is still a quality team, good power play. I think Rantanen is the guy you pay up for because you're kind of paying down. I mean, I think you've got a couple guys who in the 9K range, just a little bit overpriced here. So I really like Rantanen at 8,100.
All right, Rob, hook me up with your winger.
Yeah, I'm breaking out the wallet here. Probably the most expensive on the slate, but I'm going with Ovi. I mean, how could you not roster Alex Ovechkin right now? I think in DFS, you have to spend up for him. He's got 3 multi-point games in his past 5. That's 8 points over that span, and he leads the NHL with 60 shots on goal so far. So we're seeing a vintage season from the Grade 8. I like the Washington Capitals a lot. They are banged up, but on the road in Detroit, still a favorable matchup for that team.
Yeah, man, $9,300. Only player more expensive is Connor McDavid at $9,400 there. Contrary to Jeff's unpopular belief, defensemen are people too. So who are you targeting at the blue line, Rob?
All right, so my guy tonight is Alex Pietrangelo for the Vegas Golden Knights. He really started out the season quite slowly this year, but now on a 4-game point streak, totaling 6 points, that's 3 goals, 3 assists, and some category coverage with 15 shots on goal and 7 blocks. So even if Pietrangelo doesn't get on the scoreboard tonight, you know you're getting some shots, you know you're getting some blocks. It's a good safety net for that player.
Ulrich, this is when you shine on the blue line, man.
I mean, let's not give these guys too much credit, but sure, they're involved in our fantasy lineups. I think Thomas Chabot at 6,300 is actually a very nice play tonight. Good matchup, in my opinion, against LA. Not a great penalty kill at all. I know they've been playing well, but Chabot is averaging almost 5 block shots plus shots on goal per game. It's well above his long-term form. This guy just plays a ton of minutes. I think the Ottawa penalty kill could be something you could look to stack tonight. At the very least, Chabot is just so productive in those tertiary stats. I mean, it's just a really safe floor. He's not overly expensive. I like targeting him here.
Okay, so who do you want to target then for a value play, Geoff? Someone who may be a little cheaper but going to deliver the goods.
Yeah, I mean, all things considered, if we can go like any direction, any position, I mean, I sort of like just staying with the defenseman here. Colton Parayko there at 5,000. I mean, taking on the Nashville Predators, getting a little bit more opportunity with Torrey Krug. This is a very productive defenseman as well. And someone, I mean, I like just as much as Chabot there on the back end. So a player who, again, getting a little bit more power play exposure, blocks a lot of shots. He's averaging over 4 block shots plus shots on goal per game. Got a pretty good matchup against the Predators. Don't really rate out well in special teams. I think Parayko there at 5,000 is definitely like a kind of value you should have your eye on.
All right, Rob, which value play do you have your eye on?
Yeah, I'm stacking up the Washington Capitals tonight, so I'm going to go with Connor McMichael. He's kind of a dark horse rookie this year. Didn't get a lot of production nor ice time early in the season, but now with the myriad of injuries that team has, he's actually riding a 3-game point streak very quietly, has 9 shots in his past 4 games, and I think Coach Laviolette's going to continue to trend that player's ice time up, up, and up as he continues to produce. So with a rock bottom price, get Connor McMichael in the lineup.
And Rob, I'm not too sure how many goalies are locked in right now, but is there a matchup that you would be targeting?
I don't love the slate for goalies tonight. The only one that I think you can keep going back to this year is John Gibson of the Anaheim Ducks. I mean, again, you're going to have to break out the wallet here, but I would spend down at other positions like defense and like wing. If Gibson's going to start tonight, he's really already playing himself into the Vezina Trophy race. He kind of starts like this every year. And with the Ducks right now, I mean, Troy Terry's ripping it up on a point streak. So they definitely have the goal support. If Gibson starts, I think you're going to get your bang for the buck, even if it is a higher price tag.
All right, Geoff, what do you think about this slate for goalies?
I mean, I think it's absolutely fine to pay up for Connor Hellebuck tonight. I mean, they're the second biggest favorites, or they're in the top 3 favorites. The Winnipeg Jets are, just in terms of the betting odds. So that's always nice to see. Again, going up against the San Jose Sharks, they had a nice win their last time out, but they're on a road trip here. And again, their goaltending can kind of collapse at any point. Winnipeg's getting healthier. I think that's where I would go if I was paying up. I do kind of like Matt Murray, though, coming off a really solid game against the Bruins. Yeah, he lost, but he's getting healthier. Again, we basically have a pick'em game here with the Senators and the Kings. Senators, like, very, very slight home underdogs, but I kind of agree with Rob here. Like, I don't really love the slate for goaltending, so why not pay down? Take a guy who's probably not going to be very popular at all in Matt Murray because he hasn't played that well, but he did show something his last time out. And I think Ottawa's very live to win that game. LA also on a big road trip. So give me Matt Murray as a value, and then Connor Hellebuck as the pay-up option.
All right, you two are absolutely fantastic. You are both free to go.